Alright, hello to everyone joining us on stream right now. Bit of a delayed one today, due to technical issues. And here we are, in the pit lane for TRL Season 3, Tier 3, round number 9 at France. Only 10 drivers, again, Tier 3 attendance, shocking as usual. Everyone checks in, but then we never get half the people turning up, which is great, but that's by the by. Let's go to track action. A minute silence taken place for this man right here, who sadly lost his cap during the week. So everyone politely paying respect to his loss. And he's first out on track. Eager to get some early runs in. Here we go, first flying lap of the day. Okay, let's go. Lap of full Ricard. We'll tend to do it in turn one. Alright, well, so Cosma, or Jason rather, have been disqualified for staying out the way. We have a discussion going on here. Invalidated with his first lap is Mr. James Greer on his other account, saying a 1.16 as our first time. Thrasher coming through the white ball, as it is now temporarily in the game. We're getting a few extra times put on the board right now. Oh, and there's a spin for Airlines, whose first lap was well below optimal. I believe Phantomen is starting a lap. It's dark, finishing a lap. Oh, I've not got no. There we go. Two people trying medium strut. Yeah, lack of commentary at the moment because we're still debating right now, but I don't know. He is coming in as Dove Nightmare on the mediums in the Alpine. Goes quickest by 5/10 to soft runners. That is impressive. He's not been one of the quicker guys so far on the tier, but that's a very good lap. What else do we have? Finishing a lap. I believe Thrasher has improved on his back-to-back medium runs, but it's not enough to get any higher up on the leaderboard. Let's see what my very own Mr. Koa can do. Aston Martin driver. He is boxing, let's see what ads can do. Got me solid points in Aston Martin colours last week. Good performance. That he's got in the full-time seat of Mercedes now. Right, so now I can concentrate back on our qualifying session, as it's been settled that we will be staying here in this lobby. No changes planned, so let's keep going. Who's quickest at the moment? Still Dove Nightmare, no one's quite challenging me yet. Let's see what Ads has got on this lap. Fresh soft tyres. Other sector going, purple sector 2. I believe I'd also seen it being a purple sector 1. So he's on a flyer. He did show great pace. No wonder he got this full-time seat. See how this ends up for him. Oh, and he's spun it. That is a very dangerous curb. Very easy to spin it if you get on it, and a costly mistake now over halfway through this session. Well over halfway through as he boxes, so let's see who else is on a lap. Phantom on the medium. Through the flat out right hander. What a corner that is. As we've got yellow in sector 2, I believe, because it's his teammate spun, or no, it goes slow, letting people through. In the third sector now, going up to the final couple of corners. To that floor, DRS open to the line. Could this be a good lap? Only 6 passes. Oh, as Mr. James Grit in the Ferrari, showing some of his pace we've known he had throughout the season. 9/10 quicker on the soft tyres than P2 at the moment. Maybe the track's also ramping up here towards the end of this short quali session. As we've just hit 7 o'clock in the UK. I don't know why he's racing Mercedes, because I swear he's just finished his lap. I think, yeah, Dark's on a quick lap as well. That was a good sector 2 from him. Where's this going to put him? Have a look. What's it going to be for Dark? An invalidated lap time. Oh no, a slow lap time, 32.7. My bad, I thought it was right. He's probably got a bit more pace he could bring out should he get another run in. See what Ads is up to. Where's Mr. Koa? High flying in P2. Completely missed him put it up there. 31 dead, but still 8/10 behind James. So looks like this race could be well in the hands of the Ferrari. Excuse me. But it's nice to see the Aston up there. See what this Mercedes has to offer. Let's see, approaching the final corner now. To the line. Can he put himself up in the mixer? Yes, he does. P2, 30.4. Just a tenth off P1. Just over a tenth off P1. That's more like it from ads. Now who else have we got? Phantom on a lap. Wide, whose yellows are there? Don't know. Dove has retired in the pit lane, so he thinks he can't go quicker. He's sticking to the mediums. He's prioritising strategy, though if he stays in P4, that will be brilliant for him compared to his soft rival. Phantom comes in. He's not going to get another lap in. What's Dark got on his current lap? Riding that inside curb. Is he going to spin here? He gets very, very close. Keeps it on track. That's fine as Thrasher's retired in the pits as well. Very old soft though. I'm surprised he hasn't gone for a new set. Surely this won't provide much of an improvement. And it doesn't. So that's probably done. And our late joining championship leader, who's basically got a one-shot quali now, sending it into the chicane, splitting the middle straight in half. Wouldn't be surprised to see they're really pushing it on the track limits on entry into the right-hander. Bubble sector 2, as there's also yellows in sector 2 for Mr. Koa. Going slowly. Quickly down through the gears, flat on the power, out of there. Really needs to watch the inside curve here. Stays well away, and he's invalidated it. No, that's poor luck for him. Just, you could see he ran wide from the apex and just carried too much speed. We're going to finish up the lap. It won't be last due to Jason qualification, but he will start from the back, effectively back row, P10 on the grid, which means unless we won't see because it's invalidated. Has airlines got anything? Going through the third sector now, still valid lap. I haven't seen the pace he's been setting. Will it be enough at all to challenge his senior team, Ferrari, pole position? He's getting to the line now, and it is pole position. He's grabbed it at the death. How about that from Airlines in the Alfa Romeo? Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Mr. James Gray has spoke too soon. What a lap from Airlines at the end. Under pressure, last car on track to deliver, and he's done it by 2/10 that too. Pole position for the Alfa Romeo. It's a Ferrari powered front row. Adds Mercedes powered second row. 3 medium runners in the top 10. Legend 10th. Jason free tyre choice in 11th. Probably will go mediums. That's your quali. That was nice at the end there. I didn't catch his the earlier part of his lap, didn't see his timings, but he's managed to pull it through. Okay. Alright. Here we go then. Sorry I didn't speak during the formation lap. I was just stuffing my face with a pizza to try and get it in time. But we're all ready now. 4, here's 3. France, round number 9. It's lights out and away we go, and I believe it's an even start for the front two. But I think the Ferrari's just sneaking ahead alongside. Into turn 1 they go. The Aston Martin goes behind, but Airlines keeps the lead as they file through now, heading to turn 3. But the Ferrari's run right now. Mexico is having a look. I believe there are yellow flags at the back. Who has spun? I am not quite sure. Banterman's had a bad time through the first chicane. As they're side by side in the middle there between the Alfa Romeo of Legend, who's had another flyer of a start, as usual, getting ahead of the Red Bull in front of him. Jason RL going wide, dropping through the pack, right, gaining position back up as his teammate's the one who's dropped through the back. Flyer of the start for the two starting at the back of the grid, Legend and Jason. Right on board of Jason as Legend's going for a move around the outside then, now having the inside line. Jason's getting interested into the high-speed right-hander, not quite as dangerous as Cops, but still needs respect and bravery from both drivers to send it through there. Legend keeps the place. Jason now trying to get ahead as well. Not quite able to follow through the Alfa Romeo, getting very close indeed to his quote-unquote sister team. There's a strategy for you. The medium runners are hard. Medium runners and soft runners probably have one stop, might need to be a 2-stop stop, depends on their tyre wear. So there you have it. Airlines lead. Jason got close enough as Legend is going for it on Dove Nightmare, and he's got the position. This is a man on a mission, and he's spun. He has spun out of the first chicane, rode the turn 2 curve, and that has literally shot his progress back to the ground. Big shame for Legend. He's now going to do all that work yet again as we ride up, catch Jason getting past with the AW17, and he's not making mistakes, so his progress is well into P6 he goes. Let's go to the top 3. Mr. Koa just hanging on to the second gap, as is James with the second gap to Airlines. How will this battle continue? Ad is really putting pressure on these two up ahead. James is in AI mode for some reason, really slowing him up. Mr. Koa's had the door open and Ad has gone for it. He's riding the curve there. That's a bit cheeky, and he's got this position up the inside as Koa and James now bang wheels going into the penultimate corner and final corner, but Koa keeps third, but Ads has managed to get a double overtake into second. Very audacious move from him as Airlines has checked out due to that in with a 3.4 second gap up front. Dark has got yet more penalties through his lane, struggling out the back right now. What are the times like? Yeah, medium runners. Phantom didn't get damage from his early race fuels. He's continued on as Ads has a 3-second time penalty to his name. It's going to hamper him in his fight with the Aston Martin. James dropped down to 5th now, past Dove Nightmare, who's running in a lofty P4 at the moment. Mr. Koa is getting close, but not close enough. The ARS differences. Oh my, Ads has used up all of his battery. Mr. Koa has got plenty spare. So he's really upper hand Aston Martin in this Mercedes powered battle for P2. Right now he's all over him. Is Koa. Can he get past him? He's riding the dangerous curve. No spinalas for him today. Let's hope he keeps it that way. He's going to get DRS now on the main straight. And he's got plenty more DRS. Surely this move can be made. Which way is he going to go? He's close, but he's not going to go for it down the inside. He's going to hold back. Maybe thinking strategically further on as Thrasher in the Red Bull goes down the inside and gets past Mr. AW17. Oh, Jason's dropped. I just realised he must have made a mistake somewhere. Jason dropped down to 9th. Behind Legend yet again, as Legend is now really on the back of AW17. Noah's dropped through the first sector on Ad. DRS is really powerful. He's not using any ERS, surprisingly. Is he going to go for it? No, he still hangs back. Very weird strategy from the Aston Martin. Maybe he's trying to wear out Ad and use DRS as Legend does get past AW17 in the AlphaTauri in the braking zone, and now he's trying to get the other Red Bull family car into the high-speed right-hander. Can't quite get it done on the inside. He has got the superior tyre in the early part of the race. Oh, is he going for it down the inside into here? Red Bull's gone very, very wide, and the door's open and he spun yet again. Real Legend has spun twice in this race. The consistency really isn't there for him right now. Spin in sector 1, spin in sector 3. Those tyres are shot. Overheating. Is he going to box? No, he's not. He's going to long it out as Ad is in. Was that due to damage or tyre wear? I wonder. He's gone onto the mediums. So let's see what plans out with his race. Thrasher getting his first track limit penalty of the race. Dove Nightmare, the closest driver to another at the moment on track. 3 tenths behind Koa. Maybe the soft tyres are starting to go off here now. Having done a quali lap, or quali out lap, fast lap, in lap, and now 5 laps in the race. Yeah, Koa's in, so it was strategy, but ads. I wasn't aware of what the strategy is, so yeah. James and Ferrari's in. Dove Nightmare up to 2nd place then on his medium strategy. The difference in strategy here could make this race quite interesting, as was the case in real life as well. Medium runners continuing on, Jason continuing on as well. 2 Red Bulls doing the alternate, Antomin as well. Real Legend is continuing on his softs, which have had 2 spins. He really could have come in earlier, probably out this pace, but that's not happened now. And Ads maintains his advantage over Koa by a second through the pit stop phase. Overcut not paying dividends. Legend close enough for a move on the Alpine. He's gaining, but nowhere near close enough. Could he go for one into the fast right-hander? He's gaining. Is he going to go for a ballsy move anywhere in this very single file corner? I've gone here side by side and it really doesn't work for either driver in both of these. one, if not both, always ends up off circuit. Surely Legend comes in this lap. He's taking the wide line. He's going for the move. Is he going to get it though? No, he's not. He tucks in. He's going to get DRS here though. Surely the move will be booked into turn one. He's not going to turn it down. As Thrasher takes airlines, who pits, Jason pits, where's Legend gone? Yeah, Legend's got Phantom in pretty easily with DRS, who went defensive to the inside. Nothing doing there though. That's Jason in, who was the airline spot. Airline spot for mediums in the lead. Right. So he's still ahead of P2 by 2.5 seconds, or net P2. With Koa still the closest rival right now. Maybe Jason can make some inroads back with that early pace. Oh, James Greer's got his first 83-second time penalty. Mr. Koa's going for it down the inside. Has he made the move? Oh, there's band wheels. Hand of Anders goes up in the cockpit of the Aston Martin. No damage, I would presume, from the wheel banging. And into right-hander they go. Koa really has an advantage in this battle with the extra battery. Nearly over 10 times more, basically. Yeah, they're 6 to 60. Really going to hurt Ads as well as his penalty. Good going, Mr. Koa. As we see airlines making moves on the alternate strategy runner in Alpine. Ads not being able to make a move. Maybe Koa's early game first in strategy was suss out his opponent of Ads, see what his defensive maneuvers are like, and then go for it, because that move presented itself, what we see on some of the last laps, many times in the first stint, but he never took it. He was probably close enough to send it, but he never went for it, so maybe some smart plays from Mr. Koa, who now has DRS, who he's not deploying anymore. Ads has DRS, he's getting closer, he's gone for it, oh that's late, and he's had to cut the corner and got another 3-second time penalty for it. That was a very, very late nod. Mr. Koa had pulled out of it as well, in case Ads was stuck with it, but he knew better. Smart decision to pull out and cut the corner from the Mercedes. That would have definitely taken his front wing off, probably given Koa some kind of side pod damage, and ruined what has been a very, very good battle so far for Tier 3, I must admit. 2 Alfa Romeo's line astern, 1 not boxed yet, so I would expect some team orders here, as Thrasher has retired in the pit lane. I wonder what's happened there. No team orders here right now. One is still the championship leader in the form of Real Legend, as Mr. Koa gets past the Alpine in E5. Oh, and Ads has lost it. Ads has lost it in the background there as Jason's trying. Oh, and he's... What the hell happened there? He's made contact with the Alpha Tauri, who's just gone straight off. Straight off at turn 1. We saw him slide across the screen, which has brought out the safety car. That was a very interesting collision, to say the least. Let's see if we can see the remnants of the Alpha Tauri on board with Dark coming out the pit lane. On game, maybe. No, it's clear. Great. But I think, did he get front wing damage from that? I would be surprised if he didn't, because I think what happened there was the Red Bull misjudged his braking point into the back of the Alpha Tauri, resulting in the crash. And to add to Dark's woes throughout this race, he's got his drive-through penalty. Nothing he can do about it, really. Poor from him. And hold on a second. As real legend, been hoping. Okay, well, he's just dead in the pit lane. He really could have controlled that penalty. But I was gonna say, has he just had a master stroke of luck? Or was he hoping for a safety car the whole first stint? Because now he goes on the medium, gets a free pit stop, and could be out. Phantom boxes, Koa boxes for hard, so Ad stays out despite his spin. So Legend comes out ahead of Jason. I think he would have been there anyway. But what I was trying to lead on to is that he could have... I didn't see the gap before he boxed, but he may have just gained himself a few positions. And Mr. Koa going to the end on hard tyres now. Alright, let's see what else everyone else is doing. So we have Dove Nightmare probably going to the end. Jason going to the end. Phantoman going to the end. Koa going to the end. Dark on fresh mediums. Now, can the mediums make it to the end? I don't know. If the mediums can make it to the end, then Ads is gonna struggle towards the end. James would probably struggle as well. Airlines might be fine, depending on how high it is, and Dark might be fine. As you see, hold on. Is that the Aston? Yeah, it is the Aston Martin safety car in all its glory around front. 2 DNFs so far, Mr. AW17 and GSR Thrasher, who retired in the pit lane, so I don't know what happened to him, but we saw Mr. AW17's crash. Yeah, so it was Cosma's brakes not working. Oh, Legends boxing. He's probably trying to get rid of his 5 seconds. Yeah. Both drivers not arguing over it. Yes, he's getting rid of his 5 seconds. Going on to fresh mediums again. So, who else is in? Dark again. Don't know what's happened. He's trying to... He's coming to a safety car, but my friend, you cannot do that, in case you've not realised, which I don't think he has, because he's just gone from fresh mediums to 5 lap on medium. Yeah. You can't serve your drive-through under safety car, lad. Which means we're going to be here for another lap, which is helping the medium runners all the more. And also, adding battery is 100% battery now. With Mr. Koa who's going to come through on hard, I'd imagine. Come on, Koa, let's get to the podium. 8. Airline still keeping his lead. See what Legend can do on his fresh mediums, no penalty. Is the safety car coming in? Question. Dark hasn't caught up yet, but if Dark catches up within a corner, he sends it now. Yep, safety car's in. That's what I thought. Here we go then. Airlines backing the pack up for the restart. The Aston Martin peels away. Penalties for James and Ads and Dark. only drivers with the penalties, and we're underway. Airlines gets a good getaway from Dove Nightmare in P2. It's all kicking off at the back though, as Real Legends going 3 wide with Mr. Koa and Phantoman, and Mr. Koa's made a move around the outside, bit of contact there, and he's around. He's around, I believe, in contact with Phantoman in the Alpine. That was a brilliant move to start with, but then he just tagged the back of Legend, which didn't help him, and has now sent him spinning away to the back. It's a shame, as Dark has disconnected, or Ads has disconnected, dropping him down the order, which means that Airlines' two potential challenges, that two who are fighting for the podium, P2 in the first stint, have dropped off, opening the door for the rest of the field. I really hope Kerr has not got damage, but we'll see what comes of this. Sustained sub 1 second gap between the top 3 at the moment. Jason dropping off on his hard tyres in the white Red Bull. Team Principal, of course. Debut TRL race, I believe, in tier 3, that is. Dark hits again. Legend gets past Jason up the inside of turn 1. He's one that we can't rule out just yet, as Jason gets a 3-second time penalty for the first time, and Mercedes' race has just gone to crap. Dark struggling from the beginning, but Ads, well, I think he's disconnected, so he's dropped off. See if he can fight back. Half of the race left, so it's not over yet, especially with a short, tight field. As I said, time and time again on tier 3 streams, when you've got less than 10 people, here just 9, the race can flip on its head anytime. So no one is out apart from Mr. AW17 and just a Thrasher, because they're retired. So tier 3 need to get their attendance up still. That's still a shocking show. And Codemasters need to fix their game so that I have a co-commentator. This is dead as well. But nevertheless, see what's happening up front. Dove Nightmare's really picked up the pace this race. He's on hard tyres and he's keeping up with Airlines. He seems quite comfortable in the lead so far on medium tyres, but the Alpine is there. He's just dropped out the 1 second window, but he has the angry Ferrari of James right behind him. He does have a penalty. Realistically, Dove should let the Ferrari go and kind of use him as a carriage, catch up to Airlines, potentially put himself in the mix, get the race win. Here goes James. Which way is Dove Nightmare and the Alpine going to go? He stays to the racing line. James goes far left, gets the move done into the brake zone, and up to P2 he goes, where he started this race. Now let's see if he can challenge for the win. He does have a 3-second time penalty, and there in the background, like a shark in the water, you can see the championship leader, Real Legend, charging and gaining on the leaders as the lead driver gets a 3-second time penalty. So, is Airline starting to feel some of the pressure from these guys behind? Few errors creeping in here and there. James has a 1.7-second window to make up. The Alpine's got DRS right now. Is he going to have anything to say into turn 1? No, but he does have a lot more battery than James. A common theme with most of the battles so far today. Mr. Koa gaining back up to Phantom and Jason. Good to see for an Aston Martin. Real Legend slowly making inroads. 3.2 gap, second gap on the last lap. Now down to 2.3 to the leaders. No, to Dove, yeah, the leaders. Yeah, James not really actually able to gain on airlines. Maybe airlines picked up the pace a bit. Maybe he was conserving tyres, obviously being on the medium, trying to make it to the end. Dove could push as hard as he wants because he's on the hard. He'll get there no problem. And the medium runner, maybe that's what they're doing, saving it. Dove closing in, lifting off though, not wanting to risk it into a single file corner. On as Koa's closed up within a second of the other Alpine in P6. Phantomen latch back up to that battle after we see if Dove Nightmare getting squirrely on the exit. Can he be much closer this time within 3/10 right up close to the Ferrari? He's not using any ERS though, which is surprising considering he has plenty in for over the Ferrari. Meanwhile, Koa also has plenty of ERS, but so does Phantom in this battle. He stays behind for now. Actually, yeah, okay, as Jason gets 3 seconds. Again, putting his tally up to 6. Legends now within 1.5 of these two, fighting for P2. P2. In this race. Yeah, Airlines maybe just settled down a bit after the restart and he's comfortable again with his 2-second margin. As I've said, Mr. Koa's now got Phantom and maybe, yeah, he was waiting for the back straight, I'm guessing. DRS much more powerful down there, as it's what do you call it? It's not a slower corner going onto the straight, so you can get a better exit on the car in front. So yeah. He's up to D6. 6-second penalty for Jason means he's on a net P5. As I've just realised, which means Dove Nightmare is actually in the net race lead, provided he doesn't get any penalties. And look, would you look at that? He's on the Ferrari's gearbox. He goes for it to the outside, and he's made the move before turn 1. Into P2 goes the Alpine. And Airlines has really hampered his chances of the win by getting a penalty. He needs to put the hammer down as Dark gets another 5 seconds. His race has not gone well at all. So yeah, Airlines needs to put the hammer down to try and pull an extra 7/10 Dove Nightmare to guarantee himself the race win should it stay like this, but he might not need to as they are battling behind. James Gray having a late look, not making the same mistake as Ads, pulling out early. How is he going to have a run? He's got no ERS in relation to the Alpine, still using it all there. He's going for it, down the inside. Brave move, should he make it work? Oh, he's gone for it. Has he made it stick? Oh, Dove Nightmare's gone for 3 seconds and nearly lost it on exit. So he's evened himself as Airlines has got 6 seconds now. Airlines has over pushed the limit. And he's now got an extra 3 seconds, which is vital for the battle for the race lead. Because when you look at this, Legend is now caught up within DRS range of the top 3. As Dove Nightmare gets past James yet again, and Airlines gap now dropped back to 2.9. So, who do we have in the net lead then? It is Mr. Real Legend. The championship leader is in net 1. But if he gets another penalty, that will change things. James getting very close again, not being able to make a move. Yeah, now James has dropped off and Mr. Real Legend is catching back up. I think Ads has reconnected. No, he hasn't. Okay. Go re-invite Ads if he's wants to join. Oh, I've just missed. James has boxed. So, is this a sign the medium runners won't get to the end? Or did he get damage from the backing? I have no idea. And I'm going to see if Ad still wants an invite. Even though his race is in the mud. So... yeah, the midfield fight. Running close as well between Jason, Koa and Phantomin. What has James Gray gone on? Fresh medium tyres for him, I believe. Yeah. Koa is gaining. Not close enough right now. He's got more ERS than Jason. He's on even pressure hards as well, I should say. Through the right-hander they go. Is he going for it up the inside? He's right up the gearbox of the Red Bull. Really pushing him, and he's pushed him wide. He's forced a mistake from Jason. They're going side by side. The Red Bulls come back at him though. Can the Aston Martin stay ahead? No, he cannot. But he's going to have DRS down the main straight. Really up close to Jason's gearbox, and this should be a slam dunk overtake now. Both using DRS. Not anymore, he's got plenty more, and Mr. Koa is up into P4. It's been really hampering his race, or else he could have really been in the mix for the podium. Maybe the stewards will look at that should a ticket be opened. Jason wasn't going to hold on anyway due to a 6-second time penalty, so good battles while it lasted. Now the next attacker will be Phantomin. I believe also a debutant who's gaining. Will he be able to make the move on the Japanese Tribune livery Red Bull? Not quite there. He's gaining in the same place we saw Koa gain on Jason last lap. Not quite close enough this time to make the same move. He is gaining on him. Jason quite slow through there. Phantomin's got plenty of ERS to spare, so he could very well use this down the main straight, as Jason has boxed on hard tyres. He must have damage, surely. As Airlines is on softs. Airlines is boxed for the mediums. I was right. The mediums weren't making it to the end. Jason on hard tyres couldn't make it to the end for some reason. And I don't think he changed his front wing because the pit stop seemed normal. So that's just an odd strategic decision from Red Bull. I guess he didn't have anything to lose, to be honest, because of his penalties, and he had been passed, so alright. But That means our long-standing race leader has boxed, but the thing is, real legend. But he boxed on the safety car, so his mediums might be quite worn themselves. Yes, so will he make it to the end? Dove Nightmare in the Alpine in only, I wonder, in one of his like early races in the race lead at the moment, Real Legend Championship leader hunting him down. Mr. Koa, he's now found himself in 3rd place on the hard tyres going long. Airlines is gaining, as is James in the Ferrari, who went onto those mediums long ago in relation to the rest of them around him. Not long ago, only the battles made it felt like it was a long time ago. Anyway, Koa, Legend and Phantom, and only drivers without penalties as well. That could really help their race. Koa, on his worn hard, probably won't be able to gain on the leaders, so he just needs to hope the others around him struggle and box, and he needs to defend for his life when they eventually catch him, which will happen as Airlines and James are gaining fast, or at least Airlines is, on the Alpine. Here comes Legend, 1 second within the DRS range. Dart gets another penalty. Getting lapped. 4-8 for the Merc. Yeah, Legend is now within DRS range of Dove. And he is on mediums, which are probably quite worn and susceptible to spins. Airline showing his pace, 1:31.8 fastest lap on those fresh soft tyres in this race. As we have a spin for Dark. Yeah, James has not been able to gain on the mediums, but the man who has been able to gain on his tyres is Airline, who's already setting up the move, trying to go round the outside before the straight, and has already made the move with DRS. Phantom not using his ERS still. I wonder what he's saving it for, because really this is his last challenger. He should have battled it longer, no? I don't know. Each to their own, I guess. But Airlines does have a 6-second penalty, so he needs to fly on these last 4 laps. 4 and a bit laps. 4 laps in a sector, same thing. He needs to fly if he wants to see himself in P4 come the end of it, because he is effectively P4 and even P3 if he gets Koa. He's effectively 8 seconds off the lead, and Dark retires in the pit lane to end what has been a very, very dismal race from his side. And Codemasters have not fixed a thing. I read the patch notes today, and they said retiring the garage because this yellow flag incident issue has been resolved. Well, that's not a thing, because Dark's just come back out on track. Also the lobby joining error, that's not been fixed. as we saw as we had issues with people in this race. Airlines gaining on Mr. Koa 1 second. Koa doesn't actually need to fight this too much, because he's still on course for P3 should Airlines not pull away 6 seconds after he overtakes him. But he can still hold on for another lap if he's not close enough to overtake the Aston Martin. Real Legend in the net race lead due to Dove Nightmare's penalty, not pushing it because he knows he doesn't need to. Could the Alfa Romeos make it a double podium? It's going to be difficult. It's going to be need to be a hell of a drive from what was our long-standing race leader, but couldn't hack it with the medium tyre wear. Here he goes, DRS flowing, DRS open, Koa destroying the DRS, stays to the racing line, doesn't bother defending it too hard. Like I said, up the inside goes Airlines, and he's up to P3, but it's still net P4, unless he pulls 6 seconds in the remaining 2.5 laps. James really dropped off with the 3 seconds on the mediums. He's not been able to catch the Alpine and Aston Martin up ahead of him, so it might be P6 for him by the end, which is still not bad, but I guess in relation to the attendance, it's not the best result he could have hoped for off the front row as well. Let's see, Mr. Koa, 1.2 seconds behind Airlines. Just needs to hold on. 6 seconds is a big margin. Into sector 3, the heart of sector 3 rather, and it's only 1.6 for Airlines in front of Koa. He is probably sending it qualifying style. James gets another set for 2 seconds. Is it going to help him? There's a yellow in sector 3, which was the spin of James himself. Meanwhile, 2 seconds the gap with Koa. Dove Nightmare, 2.2, the legend. Can he potentially pull 9/10 on this last lap? It's gonna need a machine level. And Airlines has just ruined it. There's no chance now. He's 9 seconds off. So Mr. Koa, provided keeping it on the track for the last lap, will guarantee himself a podium for Aston Martin. Half a tenth, Dove Nightmare. Could he do this? And if so, has he been trying the whole time? How come he hasn't? With a real legend just losing the life in the medium. 2.4, it's not going to be enough. He could have tried a few laps earlier. Maybe Legend's just been pushing the right amount to get him here without losing the car. Darv Nightmare's going to win in the Alpine at France on track, but it's going to be P2 because the championship leader, Real Legend, is going to take the win on penalties. NJR Airlines crosses the line in P3, but it's going to be Mr. Koa in the Aston Martin getting his first podium, Dov's first podium, Koa's first podium due to penalties as well. Airlines P4, Phantoman finishes in a very good P5 in his first race. A very, very good showing for these two drivers representing Alpine at their home race. That was a decent race, to be honest. Definitely deserved driver of the day. Real Legend. There you see, Real Legend couldn't get his quali lap in, invalidated it. P10 on the grid. Few spins early in the race. Safety car brought him back into contention. Longed it out on the mediums in the style of Mr. Sergio Perez. Kept the tyres in the window so he didn't fall off from Darv Nightmare, who drove an outstanding race himself with great pace, but just couldn't get that extra gap he needed with his 3-second time penalty, which gave Real Legend the win in the Alfa Romeo. Airlines picked up the fastest lap due to his final soft stint show, which couldn't get him on the podium while leading the majority of the race. There we have Alpine in P2 at their home race and P5. James off the front row P6, disappointing for him. Jason P7 and P8, last of the finishers. Dark, AW17 and Thrasher, your final three. And there you have it, folks. That was TRL Season 3, Tier 3, round number 9 at France. Thank you.